Something is off. Where are the Golden Week details? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan battle video for you here today. We are talking about the upcoming Golden Week campaign, which should be starting in the next 4 days. It is currently April 24th as of us recording this video, and for some reason we've yet to see any details on the campaign. So in this video we are going to talk about what we can expect, when we should have seen the details, and when we can expect to see some bit of information upcoming, as well as talk about a couple extra things that maybe we would like to see for the campaign. So first things first, let's take a look at the Spring Dokkan campaign. So this is the current AGL or Fizz, PyCon, and STR Cell campaign. We can see that the sales for the campaign end on the 26th, and the Elder Kai banner ends on the 27th at 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. So what that tells us is that sometime within this period, a new banner is dropping. There is usually less than 24 hours with stone sales being down, and an Elder Kai banner almost never leaves without being immediately replaced by a second one with a coinciding Dokkan Fest or LR banner with it. So we can safely assume that sometime on the 27th, 28th for a lot of you guys, the Dokkan Fest banners will drop. Now what's interesting about that is at this point it is currently the 24th and we've not heard anything, right? This would be 3 days prior, which is typically when we get details revealed to us. So right, if we take a look here at, right, like last year, for example, right, last year's we got the producer letter on the 23rd, which would have been yesterday, and that gave us the details for the AGL Goku and in Boo, and basically told us what was coming up. And then about 6 hours later from that, we did get the reveal. We got the notice on Twitter for the details for the 2 units and their banner units, right? And that was on the 23rd. Now the reason that was at that time, though, it should be noted, is that because the actual campaign started on the 25th and the units released on the 25th as well. So it was about, you know, a 2-day turnaround, which is typical for these, you know, for most Dokkan Fest releases. So everything sort of lined up last year, even going as far as to have given us a hint on the 21st, right? On the 21st, this was the hint we received, and we basically figured out from there that it meant Majin Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But what's interesting, again, the 21st, 3 days ago, and yet now we don't even have a hint yet, right? We have no idea what's going to come up. And this is actually kind of bothering me because, I mean, basically since the anniversary, we've not gotten these hints anymore for what's to come, right? Saiyan Day had no hint. Daima Vegeta had no hint. Well, he was part of Anniversary. STR Cell and PyCon had no hint. Now, of course, those aren't bigger celebrations, but like Saiyan Day typically gets a hint to give us an idea, and they did almost nothing, right? If we look at, right, the Saiyan Day campaign here, right, it was literally just the if we look at the Saiyan Day campaign, like, it was literally just, hey, here's the producer letter on the 15th, and then that night we got the details, and then 2 days later on the 18th we got the release of the unit, and they did almost no advertisement for it, just one small social media campaign, nothing compared to what they've done in years prior, right? With God Goku and with Vegeta, like, we got a live stream or a special recorded Dokkan Now that gave us the info and, you know, did a lot more, you know, hype up for the characters, and yet for the Kid Goku we got almost nothing. And then same goes for the STR Cell. I mean, he had the whole April Fool's thing to go with him, but it's nothing compared to what's been done in years prior. So I found this really, really interesting, especially when we consider, right, let's actually come over here. I did bookmark it, right? So if we actually come up over here to the, where is it? The producer letter. Here it is. Come back here. Here it is. Yeah, so when we look at the previous producer letter here, right, this was the one for the year prior with the World Tournament Goku. Now, he released a little bit later on the 27th, which would seem to align with what we're seeing this year. But even that year, by the, what was this? This was the 16th. By the 16th, we knew he was coming because they told us, they told us that we would be getting the Aim for the Top Dokkan campaign on the 27th, and basically explained to us exactly what this was going to be. This was going to be the fight between Goku and his friends to reach the top of the World Tournament. This was either 22nd or 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. Like, it became incredibly obvious what it was going to be as early as the 16th. And again, here we are now on the 20th, the 24th, and we've got nothing. And what's even stranger is basically every other year, the campaign has started on a Thursday, right? And so now it is currently Thursday the 24th, and we've got nothing. This typically lines up, right? The 29th is usually the start of the actual holiday in Japan. So because, everybody's on holiday, we typically get the start on the Thursday before, and right, because they're not going to drop while everybody's on holiday, so they're going to drop it the weekend before. So if this is to happen again this year, right, this is just it's interesting, right? Because this would be if they were to do it, we would have less than a 24-hour turnaround for the reveals, and that basically means that, I mean, it's not a terrible thing, I guess, that they do the quick turnaround, but it really, for anybody trying to follow along with what's happening, it really makes it difficult, right? Because they're really not giving us anything to indicate like when units are coming up. Like Legends does a really good job of this. Like you can pretty much know when they're going to post the, upcoming Legends information thing, and then you can know how long is going to be from that release from the release of the Legends info to the unit details to the unit being in game. But lately Dokkan has been kind of all over the place when it comes to these. They haven't been doing producer letters at consistent times like they normally do, and they haven't been releasing at consistent times like they normally do. So it's making it very hard to actually predict. So hopefully we get something soon. Again, it is the 24th, so hopefully this video will be posted at 2 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. So hopefully within, I would say, if they go by previous years at a 4 p.m. release for the producer letter, we should see within 10 hours something to tell us what's happening. With that in mind, right, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we can expect to see, right? I have seen a lot of suggestions for Saiyan Saga, and it does make the most sense given the Prime Battle LRs, but knowing that this is going to, knowing that they're doing like almost zero build-up, I wonder if they're kind of hiding, right, letting the hype build up for Daima, and maybe they're going to do something with Daima. Another possibility is like Blue Kaioken Goku for Hit coming off a tournament participant build up from the month prior. This would honestly be best case scenario, so like Pikkon and Cell aren't just sitting in the dust for the rest of the year. But I mean, something from Daima like Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or Super Saiyan 4 Goku would probably be the best thing for them right now, especially because now I think we have discovered that Pokemon Trading Card Pocket is going to be getting a new banner like 2 days after the Golden Week banners drop. So we kind of Dokkan kind of needs to do something to keep the thunder rolling, or it's going to be stolen up by Pokemon just like it did during Saiyan Day. So I mean, hopefully they start to build this up a little bit more. We'll see what happens within the next day. But again, ideally, we never know with Dokkan, but ideally within the next 10 hours we should get either a producer letter or just straight up the unit reveals. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know, what are you thinking is going on with the Golden Week? Why are they being so secretive? Why are we so late on the details? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.